So guys, now we are going to learn about the pointers. First, before going into the pointers concept, now let me tell you a real world example. Now let's assume my house has been shifted to the new address and my old friend wanna meet me in my house, but he don't know, but he knows the old address, but he cannot reach my new address because he does not have it. I also don't have any phone. So what I want to do is I will put a letter or a board that contains a new address of my house at the old address. I mean at the old house. Now whenever my friend wants to come, he goes to the old house and sees that board or letter containing the new address. Now he knows where I am, and then he comes to my new house. So that way you can compare to the pointers. The board or letter which is showing the new address of my house can be related to the pointers. It's like pointing to my new address. In the same way, in computer science, pointers are variables that store address of other variable. In the same way, the board stores the address of my house, the pointers stores the address of other variables. In this example, the variable a has value 25 and it also contains an address. Previously, we have seen in the memory windows, every variable contains an address and the value. In the same way, a variable a has this address. Now, what I am going to do is I assign a pointer. Okay, I will show you assignment in Visual Studio. Now, after assigning the pointer to the address of this value, now the actual value of pointer will be the address of this variable a. You can see 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 is the address, and the value of pointer p is the address of the variable a. And in again, every pointer p is also a normal variable, and it also contains its own address a b c d e f, and you can point this to another pointer. Okay, but that's, you can do whatever you want. Finally, the pointer points to address of another variable. So let's see this in action. Now I am at my Visual Studio. Now how you want to declare pointer is, let's say I want to point to an integer variable. Let's say int star p1 comma p1 comma star p2. You can declare two pointers as this, or else you can also declare int star and p1 comma p2. Okay, these two are the same. Now let's say integer a value contains 5. Now what I am going to do is p1 is equals to address of a. Okay, now I want to print this %d and star p1. Now this star is called dereference operator. What this dereference operator does is it goes to the value of p1, which is the address of a, and this dereference operator goes to this address which contains a and gets the value of 5. Now let me run this program. Now you will see the value 5 as an output. There you go, 5 value. Now let's examine what exactly has been happened. Let me put a breakpoint at this and now run the program. Now you can see ampersand a means the address of this variable a, and 010 ffcec, and the actual value is 5, but the pointer value is pointing to something else because we did not execute this expression yet. Now let's execute this one. Let me also open the memory window. let's say ampersand here, and you can see the same value as here. Now let's step 1 instruction. Now this instruction has been executed, and now you can see the actual p1 value of v is this address, which is the address of a. Now let's see ampersand p. Okay, I'm sorry, it's ampersand p1. Now if you can go to this address, actual value is this one, which is stored in Ritterian byte order. If you reverse this, you get 010f fc ec, which is almost the value as this one. And if you go to that address, you will get the value of 5. See, there you go. And which is also Ritterian byte order, which means that you need to reverse the bytes, which is 00000005. I think you have understood all this about the pointers, and you need to know this when you are dealing with the strings. Now we will deal with the strings in the later videos. I hope you have got a clear understanding about the pointers. And one thing you need to notice is this is the dereferencing operator. It takes the address value and goes to that value and evaluates that one.